Welcome to day 4, guys. Today we'll connect our backend to our database. To set up, we'll use an SQLAlchemy concept. This is basically our ORM. ORM means Object Relation Manager. It allows us to manage our database using pure Python instead of writing raw SQL. So what is ORM basically? It is a translator. If I want to explain it in a technical terms, it maps Python classes to our database tables. For example, if Japanese Prime Minister comes to India and he wants to communicate with our Indian Prime Minister, then there is a assistant that we can call that assistant as a ORM. Okay, so there is one more thing. Other day I was speaking to one of my friend from the industry. What he told me was, in a professional environment they almost never write in raw SQL. They use ORM because of majorly two reasons. First is security and second is flexibility. So what is security? As it prevents from SQL injection. SQL injection is basically a type of hacking. And second is flexibility. So what is flexibility? From my understanding, if you decide to switch from SQLite to PostgreSQL or MySQL, then we need to only change one line of a code instead of rewriting the whole query. So I think that is it with an explanation. So let's build. First, what we'll do is we'll install our we'll install the database tools that we required in our virtual environment. So make sure that we are present in our virtual environment. So let's type the command, which is pip install SQLAlchemy. Let's hit enter. Okay, so one more thing, we will be using SQLite for now, and once our logic is solid, then we'll shift to the PostgreSQL or MySQL. Let's see. For now we'll be using SQLite. Okay, it's installing. Let's wait for a few seconds. Okay, I think it's done. No. Okay, done. It's installed. Now what we'll do is we'll open our database py file and write some code here. So let's write it. What we'll do is we'll first import SQL. Sorry. We'll require an engine, so we'll create an engine first. Then from we're done with the installing our packages. Now what we'll do is we'll create a local file, name, let's say career mentor. So let me write SQL Alchemy we'll name our database file as, let's say, career mentor.db. Okay, so this tells our Python where the database file lives. Next we need an engine to operate. So let's create an engine first. Let's say engine is equal to 3 create engine. Okay, inside this we'll pass our database URL. So let's use SQLAlchemy URL, and we'll pass one method called as connection args. Inside this we'll use check same checksum thread. We'll use false. Okay, I think I've done something wrong here. Forgot to add the curly braces. Okay, so what this checksum thread is, basically this helps our fast API to handle multiple requests at once. Okay, so we just don't want them to handle single request. And if we conclude this here, we just establish the connection with our database, but to talk with our database we need to make a session also. So let's create a session. This is a local session. Use the session maker method. Okay, we'll first auto we'll use autocommit, will set it at a false. So what is this autocommit is? Autocommit is basically we want to control the changes that become permanent. So we'll set it at false. Then we'll do next is autoflush. We'll set this also false. Okay, so this autoflush is basically slightly confusing. Basically it sends the temporary changes to Python memory to database. So it doesn't change anything or save anything, it's just help with synchronization. And next is our bind is equal to engine. So what does this bind exactly do? It basically means we telling our Python to use this engine whenever session communicate with the database. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll create a base class. So every table model, whenever we'll create a new tables for like a user or for like a resume, then we'll inherit from this class. So we'll create a base is equal to, let's use a declarative base, and that's it. Okay, so there is something mistake with the session maker. Let's check what I have done wrong. Session maker. Okay, so guys, I've just didn't add this parenthesis, that's why it's showing the error. I have fixed it, and with this I think we have connected our database. Okay, I think I have corrected my errors, and now okay, as you can see here we have some extra plugins. We don't need this for now. I think I have misclicked somewhere, and with that I think we can conclude our today. And again, same thing, if you have any approaches, any suggestions, do let me know in the comments, and let's see, we'll meet tomorrow with the day 5. Thank you.